Hello folks, welcome back to the 10-Second Film School. I'm Prof. Linus, thanks for tuning in. This is a follow-up video to my top 10 most mispronounced names from classic Hollywood. And in today's video, titled 10 More Mispronounced Names from Classic Hollywood, we will be looking at 10 other individuals from the classic Hollywood era whose names are frequently mispronounced or downright butchered. Of course, to stay on brand, I've narrowed down the list to actors and filmmakers of yore. Definitely lots more fabulous names out there of individuals whose names are constantly butchered, but I'll leave it to them and their fans to correct and berate you. And yes, I might be referring here to Saoirse Ronan, Idris Elba, Willem Dafoe, Viola Davis, Anna Faris, Mary Steenburgen, Brendan Fraser, Rhea Seehorn, Michelle Yeoh, and Steve Buscemi. Yes, that's actually what the actor says he uses. Don't fight me, the video is below.
Steve Buscemi, it's an honor to have you here.
Thank you.
And you'll notice I introduced you as Buscemi. Because of my extensive research, I learned that that's how you pronounce your last name.
That's true.
Even though everyone else in the entire world pronounces it Buscemi.
First, I'll say the person's name and post their picture. For a more detailed biography, please use the chapter skips below to move to a later section of the video. Ernst Lubitsch, A.I. Bezzerides, Bette Davis, Jules Dassin, Merle Oberon, Deborah Kerr, Yul Brynner, Satyajit Ray, Ghislain Cloquet, Anouk Aimée. Ernst Lubitsch is the oldest person on our list and a director whose earliest work dates back to the Age of the Silence. He was known for his Lubitsch touch, a Hollywood-derived press phrase used to promote his films. He began his career as an actor and made his mark as a director in pre-World War II German films, the most famous of these being The Eyes of the Mummy with Paula Negri. He emigrated to the US in 1922 and was signed to a 3-year contract with Warner's. He was awarded a Special Academy Award for his 25-year contribution to motion pictures. Albert Isaac Bezzerides, probably the greatest Armenian-American and Turkish-American writer of all time. Because of his Armenian heritage, he had to flee Turkey with his parents in 1908. Friends with the great Robert Aldrich, he never went as AI or Albert, he just went by the nickname Buzz. Often remembered for his tough guy film noir dialogue, it is forgotten in history that he did great things for elevating the profile of minority faces in his stories. He was married to fellow screenwriter Sylvia Richards. Bette Davis needs no introduction, the first woman to accrue 10 Academy Award nominations for acting, and the first female star to win a Lifetime Achievement Award from the AFI. Her name is not pronounced Bet, which is an understandable mispronunciation since the great Bette Midler spells her first name the same way. Born Ruth Elizabeth Davis, she won a Best Actress statuette twice in consecutive years for Dangerous and Jezebel. She continued to be nominated for the award up until 1962 for Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. After her passing, Steven Spielberg purchased her 2 Oscars, which had been put up for auction, and he returned them to the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences. This next one I was surprised with, Jules Dassin, has always been a top noir director for me, and while he was American, his affiliation with the French and Greek film industries led many to believe that his name was pronounced Dassin, which is how I thought it was pronounced all throughout college. When he was named as a subversive during the Hollywood blacklist period, he was one of the first to successfully defy the House Un-American Activities Committee and continued working in Hollywood until about 1952. Jules Dassin won top prizes at Cannes for Rififi and directed many prominent names to Academy Award wins, including his wife Melina Mercouri and Peter Ustinov. He was nominated for 2 Academy Awards in 1961 for Never on Sunday. Merle Oberon was the first Hollywood leading lady to have roots in Asia, as her mother was of Burgher descent through ancestors in Sri Lanka. Born Estelle Merle O'Brien Thompson, Oberon herself was born in Mumbai and was nominated for Best Actress for The Dark Angel. Other notable roles include Wuthering Heights, A Song to Remember, and The Lodger. For years, she hid her ethnic heritage, believing that doing so would maintain her career in Hollywood, often claiming that she was born in Tasmania and that her birth records were lost in a fire. Another name that will surely surprise many classic film viewers is Deborah Kerr. This one, you either know how it's spelled or how it's pronounced. One of the most beautiful faces to ever grace the silver screen, Kerr was nominated 6 times for the Academy Award without a win, but was awarded an honorary Oscar in 1994. Born Deborah Jane Trimmer, her best-known roles are that of Sister Clodagh in The Black Narcissus and Karen Holmes in From Here to Eternity. She's also remembered for being the first Scottish actress to be nominated for any acting Oscar. Yul Brynner, definitely not Brynner as I've heard people say, spoke Russian, French, Japanese, Hungarian, and English. He hailed from the city of Vladivostok in Russia and was of Swiss German, Russian, and Mongol ancestry. At times of his life, he had claimed Roma ancestry and felt an affinity with the Roma people. The role of King Mongkut in The King and I earned him a Golden Globe nomination in 1956, won him a Best Actor statuette at the Academy Awards in the same year, as well as nabbing a Tony Award for Distinguished Supporting and Featured Musical Actor previously in 1952. Now this next one is going to be difficult for me to pronounce, but this legendary filmmaker is Satyajit Ray. The Bengali and Sanskrit pronunciations of his name are quite different, and I know that a lot of English-speaking film buffs have always pronounced his name Satyajit Ray. But Satyajit Ray was a groundbreaking filmmaker from India whose first film, Potir Pachali, won 11 international awards, and he also won many career film awards, including the Golden Lion, a Golden Bear, 2 Silver Bears, as well as 37 Indian Film Awards. His humanistic storytelling, nuanced characters, and realistic portrayal of Indian life earned him an honorary Academy Award in 1993. Ghislain Cloquet was a Belgian-born cinematographer known for his collaborations with new wave filmmaker Robert Bresson. Blythe Danner and Steve Martin both famously mispronounced his name in 2 different ways at the 1981 Oscars.
Jeffrey Unsworth and Ghislain Cloquet for Tess.
Jeffrey Unsworth and Ghislain Cloquet.
His most memorable work can be seen in Woody Allen's Love and Death, Arthur Penn's 4 Friends, and Roman Polanski's Tess. Anouk Aimée, whose iconic beauty became synonymous with international film star, had collaborations with every major director of her day, including Claude Lelouch, a partnership that earned her an Oscar nomination for A Man and a Woman in 1966, Federico Fellini, Jacques Demy, Sidney Lumet, George Cukor, and Bernardo Bertolucci. Born Nicole Françoise Florence Dreyfus, she began acting at age 14 and featured in 70 films in her career. If you missed my earlier video where I featured a previous group of 10 Hollywood players, all with unpronounceable names, tap on the screen at the end of this video or via the link below. What other unpronounceable names should I feature on this channel? Leave me a comment below, and I am remiss to omit this each time, but please hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me to interact with you on this channel and to get feedback as to what videos are working for you. Of course, if any of the videos move you, please be sure to click on that thumbs up icon. This is Prof. Linus again from the 10-Second Film School, signing off, and I'll see you next time. Hi everyone. If you like what you saw, please consider following me on the social media links you see on the screen. If you wish to show more support, I will include a link to purchase my new classroom textbook and my Patreon page, which I will link below. Thank you so much again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.